The film opens with a scene in a classroom where several girls are seated. The teacher, visibly upset, selects a few students and calls them out individually to form a line. When the teacher poses questions to one of the girls, her friend, Bobby, tried to help her by slowly telling her the answer on her phone, but unfortunately, the teacher saw her. On the other hand, the night is bustling with activity, featuring numerous bicycles and groups of girls and boys. Among them are Bobby's parents and her sister, as well as a character named Hugo Oliveira. He is a famous person in the community, known for being brave and good-looking. He is taking part in a contest with other young men. Hugo wins the pull-up contest all by himself, making his friends happy. At the party, a man talks to Bobby and tells her she is beautiful. He used to date her and is now trying to get her to forgive him. She doesn't seem interested in getting their friendship back. Hugo goes to Bobby, who he once called a disrespectful name, making her feel really uncomfortable. He shows that he is upset. Even though she doesn't like it, he keeps calling her the same name. This makes her angry, and she throws her drink on him. When her ex-boyfriend laughs, Hugo gets mad and pushes him, which leads to a table breaking. He puts Bobby on his shoulders and starts to leave the place. In a quick decision, Hugo throws her into the swimming pool while his friends are fighting with other people at the party. Things get out of hand, and one of the guys calls the police, so they all have to leave. Before leaving, Hugo says that they will take a bath together next time. Bobby can't run away because the flood has made her clothes revealing. Then, Bobby confesses that she pretended to be in trouble just to spend time with him as they were leaving. He didn't know his plan would go wrong because they all came back to damage his car. One of the gang members gets hit by the man. That's what Hugo was watching. He starts to teach him a lesson right away. Bobby started asking others for help. An old man tried to help, but things didn't go well for him, so he left too. In the end, Bobby had no choice but to take control of the situation and grabbed Hugo from behind. Taking his chance, he drove off, leaving Bobby behind. Hugo teased her for a bit until she asked a suspicious-looking stranger for a ride. Seeing this, Hugo quickly sent the man away. Finally, then, having no choice, Bobby got on the motorbike and went with him. When they got to her house, her mother asked her what happened. Her sister then said in the car that the stranger's name is Hugo, but people in their town also call him Hero. The next morning, Bobby's parents are angry with her because one of the guys from the night before got hurt badly. They decided to tell someone about what happened with the guy she was with. In the end, she says his name. Her sister thinks she is in big trouble because she revealed Hugo's name. Bobby gets a call from Katina's mom, and he chooses to go to a local race with her. Hova comes over and starts teasing her again. She tells him that she told her parents he broke the man's nose at the party. His friend is worried that he might go to jail for it. Hugo isn't worried because he thinks she will do everything she can to help him on court day. He believes she will stay really committed to him until then. After a strange race where the guys had to carry their girlfriends on their backs, one girl ends up on a different bike with another man. They go fast for a while, but then one girl gets hurt. This leads to a lot of police coming and arresting everyone there. Just before they leave, one officer takes a photo. She hides and waits for Hugo to come back. Before they go, he gives her his jacket and watches her change her clothes. Before he left, he tried to kiss her and asked if she would still talk about him in court. She said yes, but then hit him. At the same time, Hugo's brother saw their pictures in the newspaper and looked worried. The next day, Hugo quietly climbed through her window and put up a big poster with their pictures on it. When she woke up, she remembered him and felt really happy. It seemed like she was starting to like him a lot. Later, Bobby gets a phone call from Hugo, who wants to meet her. He asks what they plan to do the next day, and she happily agrees to go with him. The next day, Bobby waits outside her school for Hugo to come and get her, while her teacher watches. While they are driving, Hugo sees a man in a car with his mom. He starts to remember the time when his mother left. Later, he found her in a bad situation with another man. Angry, he attacked the man. In shock that his mother could act like that, he begins hitting metal with his fists. This event begins his change into a bad guy. Bobby hugs him, trying to calm him down. He then reveals that his dad and brother think his mom is on a trip with a friend. In that place, they have many sweet moments together before going back to town. She starts hanging out more with Hugo and his biker friends. Later, when Hugo gets home, he finds Bobby's dad there, wanting to talk about something serious. Hugo tells Bobby's dad that she is only trying to help him and that he shouldn't worry. At the same time, Bobby's brother tells him that he's acting in a way that could get him arrested, but he sounds a little too harsh when he says it. At school, the teacher tells Bobby that she might get kicked out because she signed the absence letter herself. Her mom comes to get her and pays an €8,000 fine to stop her from getting kicked out. Bobby tells Hugo everything. Hugo chose to go to Bobby's school one day. There, he talked to her teacher and asked her not to cause any more problems. Bobby asked her dad for a favor, and he happily said yes. He decided to handle things with her mom. Hugo took Bobby to an old, quiet house with a nice view, and they spent a great time together until the next morning. The next day, he learned how to make tasty meals just for Bobby. When he called her, he learned that her mother's ring was lost after their friends came to visit. This made him very angry. He faced his gang and fought with the leader until the girl gave back the missing ring. Later, Hugo went back to Bobby's house to return the ring. When she saw his injuries, she couldn't help but help him with his wounds. On the day of the court meeting, she was asked to tell what happened that night. Before leaving with Hugo, Bobby yelled at her mom, making her cry. He promises her that he will change for her. At the same time, her mom is planning a party for Bobby's soon-to-be 18th birthday. While shopping for a gift for her teacher, she unexpectedly sees Papita and realizes that Hugo had taken Papita before, which makes her run away. Soon after, Bobby arrives at Hugo's apartment to talk about something serious. He scolds Hugo and chooses to break up with him. Finally, he arrives at Bobby's party, and it looks like he has really changed for her. She is surprised by how different he is. They slowly come nearer and kiss. At the same time, his friend is very close to winning the race, but soon he has an accident. They learn about what happened to their friend soon after. He makes a joke that Pollo is missing. This makes Hugo start crying. Bobby, not knowing what to do, she tried to comfort him, but he couldn't obey her. Decides she wants to go away. Things get bad when Hugo slaps Bobby right before she leaves. At the same time, Bobby is hanging out more with her neighbor. She wipes his memory and deletes his contact details while he feels upset. One day, he goes back to the same phone booth to call Bobby. Her mom picks up the phone but doesn't give it to Bobby. He watches them drive away in a car. Feeling too much emotion, he stays outside his apartment, crying in sadness. In the end, we find Hugo with his brother, and Hugo says he wants to leave for work because he can't stay in this place. The movie ends here. Please, my family, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.